I could see it going either way, to be honest. I could see the Dolphins playing dead on their road trip where they stayed in California and played the Niners and the Chargers back to back, and then come out guns blazing. We fix some things and tweak it with Tyreek, with Jalen Waddle, and we come out gangbusters on the Bills. And we put on a track show, and the Bills have been struggling the past few weeks, so I think it could be a close game too. But at the same time, with the Dolphin struggles, I could see the Bills absolutely hammering them and then making a statement. So I think it'll be somewhere in the middle, but I could see it being a blowout either way. And I could see it also being a one possession game. So
I'm going to call a blowout.
A blowout? Which way?
So against the Chargers, Mike McDaniels and the team had space heaters in the SoFi Stadium in 55-degree weather.
What? 55 degrees? No, 55, I didn't hear about this. Tell me.
55-degree weather. They had space heaters on the sideline because they were freezing up. Well, now they're going to Buffalo, and there's expected to be 7 inches of snow.
Oh.
So warm weather team, cold weather. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are hurt. Tua played poorly the last few games. And you got Buffalo, who they know that if they lose this, they could potentially lose the 1 seed. And for a Buffalo team with Josh Allen banged up, they know they need to win this game. I think this relies on the Bills' defense. I think the Bills' defense are going to be ugly against Tua. This is not going to be a pretty game for anybody. If you're in the fantasy playoffs and you're starting Jalen Waddle, consider other options because I do think that Jalen Waddle's been banged up. Still start Tyreek because Tyreek's one of those guys. But overall, I think this is going to be an ugly game for Miami. They also can't get the ball running either. Bills can shut that down. So realistically, with the cold weather, with Tua struggling, with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek hurt, I think this is a lock. I think the Buffalo covers and they blow them out.
Yeah, and we're supposed to get a snowstorm. And I'm sorry, if you have to have a space heater for 55 degrees, you're out of your mind.
I'm supposed to be 23 in Buffalo.
It's supposed to be 23 in Buffalo. We're in New Hampshire, and it's like
brick
as fuck, and it's 22 degrees. I have a space heater that's been running in my office all day, and my office, the warmest it gets is like 62 degrees, so that's fine for me. That's livable. You just have to, dress up in a flannel, have some thick.
Wear a 10 out of 10 fit.
Yeah, exactly. You have to wear your long johns, whatnot. Whatever you have to do to stay warm. And then my carpet still hasn't warmed up yet today. We're in the office right now, in the studio, and the carpet's still cold. And we've had heat going all day. So if you're going to have space heaters in 55-degree weather, and then you expect that you're going to go play football in Buffalo, your defense is going to get torched. The defense is going to be a problem. The only person I don't doubt in this game is Tyreek Hill, because I've seen Tyreek Hill ball out in absolutely cold weather. And him and Mahomes kind of shattered the you can't throw the ball to win it in the playoffs. Like, you can't throw it deep. That really doesn't work. It was like when the Warriors when Charles Barkley was like, you can't win a championship shooting jumpers.
Well, that was wrong.
Yeah, well, that was wrong with the Warriors. And then people are like, well, I worry about the Chiefs because they don't have a run game. Not a problem for them. So Tyreek, not a problem for me. I just really need to see how Tua plays, because this is the game where we can decide, all right, are you our franchise guy or not? Because if you can't go to Buffalo in December in the regular season, imagine January when it's negative 20-degree wind chills, sometimes negative 40 because it's coming off the lake in Buffalo.
Yeah, it's going to be really cold. And if you remember the last game against the Bills, it was ugly. I mean, I know that there were some injuries in that game, but Buffalo and Miami, it's always a gritty game. I don't see any game where I don't see the Dolphins winning this game. If they do, I'll be right back here in the Week 15 recap, giving them their flowers for winning a tough game.
Same.
But
I need to see
this is a blowout. This has a blowout material here in this game.